Hi guys, I'm Shoaib Farid. Welcome to an academy. This course is on this live stream is on how to read Yojana magazine. Those of you who have been following me on an academy, you know that I've been making summary of Yojana magazine for the last 5 months, and from the month of November actually. Today we are going to cover some important aspects as to how to read this magazine, or why should you read this magazine, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, all of these things. Okay. Now, let's start by knowing about this magazine. Those of you who have started recently, let me tell you that Yojana magazine is you might not be able to see it properly because it's a mirror image in the front camera. It's a magazine published by the publication department of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So this is a government document actually, and for UPSC examination and for UPSC examination purpose, any government document is very important. Be it planning commission report, be it Niti Aayog report, be it economic survey, budget, and all such documents. So Yojana has the same relevance as budget, as economic survey and others, because this is a government document. And when the papers are set, when the papers are designed, they are not designed on the basis of some XYZ magazines which are available in the market, but they are designed on the basis of such government documents. So obviously it is very important magazine. Apart from that, why you should read it? This covers the most current aspects, most happening events are covered, and the arguments and the articles are written by secretaries to the government, to the ministries, sometimes by the minister itself. For example, in this February month's Yojana, Less Cash Economy, there's an article by Arun Jaitley, our Minister of Finance by himself. So those carry the weight of, that's the government's statement, that's a government stand. So very important, you can use them in answers. What else can we do? What else? Why else is it important? Because, see, sorry, I'm sorry, the camera fell. Why else is important? Because for those of you who have started and want to improve their answer writing skills, this is a very good magazine because everything is written in the form of introduction, body, and conclusion, do's, don'ts, pros, cons. And because this Yojana magazine is always on one specific topic, it covers the topic comprehensively. So whatever there is to know about that topic, you will find in this. For example, this magazine is on less cash economy. So whatever there is, you want to know about less cash economy, demonetization. Apart from that, maybe about how is it going to help in bringing back the black money. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the comments. For now, I'll be taking I'll be delivering the session, and then I'll be taking the questions from the comments. I'm sorry to just not answer the questions as of now. So, for example, you want to know how and what are the benefits of less cash economy? How is it going to bring back the black money, which is in the foreign banks? How is it going to come down heavily on those who hide their income? So all of this is here in this magazine. So these are the topics. These are broadly the reasons why should we read Yojana. But now, before starting how to read it, I must tell those of you who have started very recently that it is better that you wait for some time. Are you able to? I'm sorry. Are you able to listen me? Hear me properly? Am I audible? Can somebody please reply? Because I don't know if I'm live till now. I don't know how to see this thing. Please somebody comment so I may know that I'm live and you're able to listen. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Am I audible? Am I very clear to you? Is the picture clear? Are you able to see me? Okay, thank you. So now, before getting into the details of why, how should you read it, I must tell those of you who have started very recently that you should perhaps wait for 5-6 months and strengthen your foundation. Go through the NCRTs, understand basics of economics, polity, and economy. And the social structure in India, because this is a mainly socio-economical kind of magazine which covers the social and economic aspects. And to completely understand this magazine, you have to have you need that foundation before starting this reading. So those of you who are new, you can do one thing. You can either wait it out and you can just read the basic things, the NCRTs, get used to the Hindu newspaper, the Indian Express, and then perhaps come to this magazine then. And if you started right away, maybe it won't make much sense to you as it may make to those people who have been reading, who have been in the field of in the UPSC for a long time. So before that, you should strengthen your basis. Or else, if you want to start it right away, you can follow my lessons on an academy. Now, how do we read it now? For example, I'll give you some examples. You should start by opening it up and seeing the contents, the index. Okay. First of all, those of you who have a certain kind of understanding might know how to skim through the topics. You have to go through the topics first. Let's see what is relevant to your syllabus, and to know that you need to remember your syllabus by heart. And by that I mean you have to remember syllabus, literally cram it up, literally know every. Am I not audible? Somebody said that I'm not audible. Am I audible? Please reply it. Somebody please tell me if I'm audible or not. Okay, I'm audible. So first of all, you should start from the contents, the basic contents in the first page. Again, you might not be able to see it because the front camera shows the mirror image. So you have to see what topics are written there and how are they related to our syllabus. For example, the first topic is demonetization, a look back at last 2 months. So this is somehow the coverage of last 2 months. This is February's Yojana. So it is going to cover how demonetization was done, how was it helpful, what changes it made to our economy, and so on and so forth. So perhaps maybe it's not that much of an important article, but nothing can be said just from the topic, from the heading of the topic. I'll come to later that how do you just see a whole article in some minutes, and in few minutes, and know मतलब एक आर्टिकल के go through कैसे हो जाए हम properly, और किस तरीके से पता चले कि आर्टिकल हमारे लिए फायदेमंद है कि नहीं. I'll come to that later. First of all, let's go through the headings. Then there is topic from a cash economy to a less cash economy, and eventually to a cashless economy. So this is a catchy phrase. You can use it in answers also, and gets your attention. So maybe it's important. It may not be. We'll come to that later. How we identify whether the article is good or not. Then there is cybersecurity, specifically mentioned in our paper 3. Cybersecurity is very important. Our syllabus topic. You should definitely. Obviously, it is not something you can miss. So you have to have to read it. So just go through the articles once. Remember, for those of you who have started new, you might not be able to differentiate the important topics from the not so important topics. Basically, you have to separate the grain from the chaff. That is what we're trying to do. But don't worry, I'll be coming to that topic also. Now, then you can just open it up. Let's say I chose the topic randomly. Let's say I chose first topic, demonetization. I look back at the last 2 months. Where, if you see Yojana, everything is written in the form of introduction, body, and conclusion. So you don't have to read everything. See, there's an ocean of material. There's an ocean of material available, and you don't want to read everything. From UPSC, what is more important is what you need to know what is not important than what is important. So if what not to read is more important than what to read, because there's a lot of things. Basically, there's a lot of commercialization of this particular field at the UPSC. So you have to just skim through. Now let's see this first topic. The first topic of the month of February, less cash economy. It talks about demonetization and look back at the last 2 months. So first of all, it talks about more than 2 months ago have passed since the Prime Minister announced the decision so and so. So can just go through it very rarely. जैसे सरसरी नज़र कहते हैं ना हिंदी में, सरसरी नज़र देना कि भाई इंट्रोडक्शन में क्या लिखा है. तो there is some you'll find some data which is important. For example, 86% of the country's currency, constituting 12.2% of its GDP, is squeezed out of the market. So this is something important. You can just write it down. Maybe that's all what is important in this first introduction. So just take this information out and then just skim through it. Come next. Now maybe you can see steps against black money. Then maybe you can see the next topic, the new normal, the adverse consequence of cash, the magnitude of the decision, the situation today. So what are you actually doing before going through the article whole? You can just go through the structure of the article. If you know the structure of the article, you'll be able to squeeze out the information out of it. For example, if you know, okay, first of all, it's talking about what government did, how the demonetization was done. Then, okay, it was actually a step against black money. Okay, then what? This is the new normal. That means we should get used to it, such measures by the government. And then the adverse consequence of the cash. What are the adverse consequences of cash? That is covered, the article covers here. And then the magnitude of the decision, or what effect it had on the economy. So you got an idea of what this article is going to talk about in the next coming pages. And now you can maybe squeeze out the information very easily. You can just go through it very, for example, then it talks about the new normal. It talks about in the year 2015-16, 3.7 crore assesses of the total population of over 125 crore. Income tax was filed. So this is talking basically, I didn't read the whole article. I just read, okay, in India, less people file income tax returns. Only 3% or 4% or whatever the data is, those people file income tax returns. So somehow I got an idea, okay, he's talking about less income tax. That means people are evading tax. That means it is going to black money. Okay, so I can use it and answer that less cash economy or demonetization is a way to prevent people from evading taxes. So this is how I got an idea about this this article. So this is how you skim through the information. Then you maybe just go through it fast. Okay, paper currency is zero interest and anonymous bearer bond. It has no name or history attached to it, so it is difficult to track. So that's why, for making the taxation structure of the country more forcible, more flexible, and more efficient, we have to adopt to a less cash economy. That's how this article is going to do. Okay, so what we learned here is today, just go through the article and know the structure of the article. What is it going to say? For example, this month's, April month's magazine is on labor welfare. So, see, now this particular topic is also a part of our syllabus, right? So maybe when there is Yojana on these kind of topic, and this is on syllabus, and you have done something, you have read something about it, better thing is to you should first go through that topic which you have read, that is going through the static part of the syllabus. Going for example, you have read something about labor welfare, labor reforms, labor laws. You've read something about that. Before starting this magazine, go through that material, labor reforms, labor laws, whatever you have read, and then come to this magazine. If you do this, जितनी समझ आपको आएगी उतनी शायद ही किसी को आए, because आपने एक static part किया and then you are linking it with the dynamic part. So whatever the government is doing latest as far as this labor welfare is concerned, you know that, and you also know that what has been done so far, what is the static part of the syllabus. So this is the way. So whenever there is obviously when there are topics like less cash economy, you cannot do it because as such कोई ऐसा particular topic नहीं पढ़ते हैं हम लोग जो less cash economy के लिए dedicated हो. कुछ topic related है black money, special investigation team, so on and so forth, DTA, what else, मतलब कुछ topics तो है लेकिन कोई dedicated चीज़ नहीं है. But labor welfare, we have a lot of things that are dedicated to labor reforms, something like that, right? So when topics are like labor reforms, maybe you can have a look at the static part of the things which you have read so far. Some people are saying to speak in Hindi, तो मैं हिंदी में भी शिफ्ट करता रहूँगा. तो आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि आप लेबर वेलफेयर के रिलेटेड जितना कुछ भी है वो पढ़ लें. फॉर एग्जांपल मैगजीन थी जनवरी मंथ की डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट पर, तो आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट पे आपने जो कुछ भी पढ़ रखा है आप उसको पढ़िए, उसके बाद आप डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट पे आइए. जैसे कि सेंडाई फ्रेमवर्क की बात हुई थी, तो सेंडाई फ्रेमवर्क पे आप क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, उसको किस तरीके से अपने स्टैटिक पार्ट पे लिंक कर सकते हैं. क्या इंडिया में जो नेशनल डिजास्टर रिस्पांस फोर्स है या नेशनल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी है विच कम्स अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स, उसकी क्या स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर हैं, क्या कमी है उनमें, क्या रिसोर्स की कमी है या एक्सपर्टीज़ की कमी है या मैन पावर की कमी है. सेंडाई फ्रेमवर्क उसके लिए क्या कहता है, किस तरीके से डिजास्टर रिस्क रिडक्शन पे वो बात करता है, DRR, उस क्या हम उससे क्या सीख सकते हैं. मे बी यू आंसर यू कैन राइट इट. ओके, इन इंडिया हमारे पास ऐसे ऐसे तरीके हैं, ऐसे ऐसे स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर है, और योजना से आपने पढ़ा कि ओके सेंडाई फ्रेमवर्क के बारे में बात कर रहा है, तो बैकवर्ड लिंक इट विद द स्टैटिक पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस. सो दिस इज हाउ यू डू इट. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, कुछ योजना तो बिल्कुल आप मिस कर ही नहीं सकते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एवरी ईयर मार्च योजना, क्योंकि मार्च मंथ पूरा कवर करता है आपके बजट को, और बजट का एनालिसिस जैसा योजना में आपको मिलेगा वैसा शायद ही कहीं मिले. जैसा कि इस बार ही हमने कवर किया है योजना. आप अगर वीडियो देखा तो आपको पता होगा कि किस तरीके से इस बार बजट में देयर वर 3 बिग चेंजेस. पहली तो ये थी कि बजट वाज एडवांस्ड. इट यूज्ड टू बी प्रेजेंटेड बाय द एंड ऑफ February, द लास्ट वर्किंग डे ऑफ February आफ्टर प्रेजेंटिंग द इकोनॉमिक सर्वे. नाउ इट वाज एडवांस्ड ऑलमोस्ट वन मंथ. Apart from that, the distinction between planned and non-planned expenditure in the budget has been done away with, because planning commission को ऐसा dissolve कर दिया गया. तो 2017 was the last year of 12 5-year plan, so it made no sense to just keep distinguishing between planned and non-planned expenditure. वो भी खत्म हो गया. उसके अलावा the railway budget and the main general budget have been merged. So these was 3 major changes. So Yojana contains the articles of secretaries, ministers. So it has covered in detail, in depth, the pros, the cons, the fors, and the against of these kind of things. So you get a comprehensive coverage. What else? योजना में जो टॉपिक कवर होते हैं वो मेनली आपके पेपर 2 एंड पेपर 3 से बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, बिकॉज करंट अफेयर्स का भी काफ़ी पोर्शन कवर करता है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, इट विल ऑल्सो हेल्प यू इन प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एस्से, in answer writing. Those of you who want to know how to write a good answer can learn from it. किस तरीके से पूरा आर्टिकल के पूरे स्ट्रक्चर को समझिए. इंट्रोडक्शन है, प्रोज है, कॉन्स है, व्हाट इज गवर्नमेंट डूइंग फॉर इट, व्हाट इज गवर्नमेंट डूइंग अगेंस्ट इट. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई जस्ट रैंडमली ओपन एन आर्टिकल here, for example, this is ensuring gender justice in labor. So basically it is upon labor, but it is also talking about women empowerment, gender equality. So you can link it backward. You can use this information in gender empowerment, in society, in labor reforms, and in upliftment of poor, various things. So like, first of all, it starts with the introduction. Obviously in the introduction it will talk about how there is gender inequality in labor, right? Then how the women get less wages than men. And then it comes to trends and patterns in female employment. What are the trends and patterns? It substantiates its argument with data. And then it comes nature and quality of women's employment. तो उस तरीके से ये आगे अपना आर्ग्यूमेंट देता है. एंड देन इट विल कम टू कंक्लूजन, व्हाट शुड बी डन, व्हाट गवर्नमेंट इज डूइंग, व्हाट आर द वेरियस स्कीम्स अबाउट इट. ओके, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, it also, what else is the advantage of reading Yojana? It tells you how to use 2 different things and connect them for answer. देखिए, हम अलग अलग सिलोज में पढ़ते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हमने आज लेबर वेलफेयर पढ़ लिया, तो अब आज से 20 दिन बाद हम शायद इसका स्टैटिक पार्ट पढ़ें. तो हमने जो करंट अफेयर्स कवर किया था इस योजना की वजह से वो कवर नहीं हो पाया. सो वी आर स्टडिंग इन सिलोज, सेपरेट सिलोज. इधर हम इस तरफ ये पढ़ रहे हैं, इस तरफ ये पढ़ रहे हैं. उससे बेसिकली होता क्या, हम कनेक्शन नहीं बना पाते, और क्वेश्चन कनेक्शन पे ही आता है. They won't ask you directly a question on labor welfare. They will perhaps talk about how labor welfare is linked to gender empowerment. How can it be used to empower women, to bring parity in the gender, something like that. How can it be used to end poverty, things like that. So योजना आपको हेल्प करता है कि एक ही टॉपिक पे how is it related to a multiple of topics, आपको एक नेटवर्क बनाने की कोशिश करता है. लेबर रिफॉर्म्स इज नॉट ओनली लेबर रिफॉर्म्स, इट इज ऑल्सो अबाउट जेंडर बस्टिंग, इट्स ऑल्सो अबाउट रिमूवल ऑफ पॉवर्टी, इट इज ऑल्सो अबाउट मनरेगा, इट इज ऑल्सो अबाउट लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. So this is all about Yojana, and I hope I have covered most of the things which I have not covered. Somebody is using foul language. Please don't use foul language. This is a public platform. Just if I've covered all the things, then it's okay. If you think I have missed something, please come on the comment section. We'll be taking the questions on that. So this was all about Yojana. Hopefully you like it, and please bring on the questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And we'll be and also about the Yojana of this month, I'm sorry we are late already. We'll be coming with the Yojana very soon. There are a lot of things on our plate. I'm sorry for that. We get late as far as the uploading of the Yojana is concerned. We'll take care of it in the next month. So guys, that was all about Yojana. Maybe we'll be making some lessons on how to read Yojana, Kurukshetra and Science Reporter soon. Hopefully by within a week it should be uploaded. And if time permits, we'll also be doing more live session. So guys, thank you very much. We'll be back with such more interesting live sessions. Goodbye.